Today we are going to discuss a biographical note on A.K. Ramanujan's. There are certain points with which we will discuss his biography. He is a distinguished Indian English poet. Next, his multilingual family culture, which had a very deep impact on him. His taste for different literature and languages. Next, his poetry in Kannada and English. A cosmopolitan in the real sense of the term. His Speaking of Siva was nominated for National Book Award in USA. A.K. Ramanujan, a distinguished Indian English poet, was born in 1929 in a Brahmin family. His father and mother had great literary tastes, which had deep impact on his childhood sensibility. It is interesting to note that his lifelong love for languages had its origin in his multilingual family culture. His father had keen interest in English, Tamil, and Sanskrit literatures, in spite of his being a professor of mathematics. His mother had fancy for Tamil and Kannada novels. His grandfather was well versed in folk tales. Thus, as a child, you see, Ramanujan had a taste of different literatures and languages. After completing his school education, he studied in Mysore and obtained BA degree honors and BA MA degree. It was during his college days that he began to write poetry in Kannada and English. He read the poetry of T.S. Eliot, Dylan Thomas, and other modern poets also. A famous Kannada poet, Adiga, influenced his poetic sensibility. Adiga was also influenced by him. For about 10 years, he continued to write and lecture in different colleges. His articles on South Indian folklore also appeared in papers and journals. A major turning point in Ramanujan's career came when he got graduate diplomas in linguistics, followed by a fellowship at Duncan College, Pune. This fellowship enabled him to go to the States and study linguistics at a prestigious Indiana University. He earned his PhD degree in 1963, got teaching assignments, and settled in the USA. He joined the University of Chicago as an assistant professor of linguistics in 1962 and was a full-fledged professor there before his sudden death in 1993. Though he was raised in a traditional Brahmin family, he rejected the Hindu orthodoxy and its decadent values and beliefs. He was a cosmopolitan in the real sense of the term. He married a Syrian Christian woman from Kerala who herself was a novelist. Their marriage had ups and downs despite the initial intensity of love. And ultimately it ended in divorce, which you will see such type of relationships in his poems also. In 1963, he visited Lanka, Sri Lanka, and wanted to become a Buddhist. He remained under the influence of Buddhism throughout the latter part of his life. Ramanujan's poems in English began to appear in journals like Quest, Thought, and Illustrated Weekly of India in 1957. His first anthology, The Striders Poems, was published by the Oxford University Press, England. Relations and The Second Sight enabled him as a poet of significance. Selected Poems and the Collected Poems, which includes some unpublished poems under the title The Black Hen, were also published by the Oxford University Press in India. Among his other well-known works, mostly translations, are Speaking of Siva, Literature of India, Interior Landscape, Samskara, etc. Ramanujan's The Strider was a recommended anthology by the Poetry Society, London. Speaking of Siva was nominated for National Book Award in the USA. The Government of India honored him with the title of Padma Shri in 1976 for his contribution to Indian literature and linguistics. He was awarded a highly prestigious award, a MacArthur Prize Fellowship for 1983-88. These awards are considered to be the Genius Award among American literary and scientific circles. During his later career, he lectured at several famous colleges and universities, including Harvard University. When Ramanujan started writing poetry, he was already under the influence of the best modern poets in the West. As he was interested in translating the classics in Kannada and Tamil, he came into contact with the old and the new Indian literary traditions, which certainly influenced his creative sensibility. It is really difficult to know what kind of relationships exist between his creative and translated works. But if we read his poetry very carefully, we will find that he gave equal importance to his own works and the translated ones, because both are creative. So his poetry in English is imbued with a sensibility which is both Indian and Western in a peculiar sense. That's all for today. Thank you.